Hello guys again. This is a recording for the advanced strategies, trading strategies and concepts, and this is chapter 4 still having the shooting star and the doji to show you, and this is the recording that goes for the shooting star. Now shooting star has a small real body and a long upper shadow. Actually the color of the real body of the shooting star, it doesn't really matter, as it can be both red or green, but the significance of the star remains the same. Now a shooting star is a bearish reversal pattern, falls into the category of bearish reversals, and as such it must come after a market rally. So when you're looking for a shooting star, you're looking after a rally, you're looking for a possible top. The higher the time frame, again, the higher the time frame for this pattern, the more powerful the star. For example, if you're looking at this is a demo count, and this is a 4-hour chart on the euro dollar, and the shooting star. Let's try to find the shooting star. Shooting star looks like this. Also might be viewed as a shooting star, even though that the real body is not that small, but anyways, it might be. So shooting star, it might be interpreted like a shooting star, and then you see how price comes to the downside after that. Or let's look more for some more examples. Remember, when you're looking for a shooting star, you are looking at the market to come after a rally, so you're looking for possible top informations, and this has the prerogatives of being again a shooting star. Like this. So we are looking at this type of a candle with a long upper shadow and a small body. In this case, we had two small bodies as being green, but I told you that the shape of the candle does not, the color, sorry, of the real body, it doesn't really matter. This is also a shooting star. See, this is a powerful shooting star. Ideally, a powerful shooting star will be followed by a gap lower on the opening of the next candle, but this is not mandatory. Sometimes when market, for example, looks exhausted, there is a sequence of more than one shooting star, maybe 2 or 3 shooting stars, and there is an even more powerful reversal pattern, because it shows you that the market really hesitates at that level. So that is a shooting star. Let's change the time frame. Let me clear all the objects that we have here, and let's change the time frame. This has been a 4-hour chart. Let's make it a daily chart. Now, once again, I forgot to tell you earlier, when you're looking for a shooting star, then try to wait for confirmation on the next candle. So remember, you are looking for a topish pattern, and try to wait for confirmation out of the next candle. So look for it to be, for the next candle to be still a red one, and then try on smaller time frames, for example, to look for ideal possible places to go short. Now let's see if we have a shooting star somewhere. Not here, not here. Ideally, the real body should be at the lower extreme of the star. This is being called a shooting star, and this is a perfect shooting star in terms of, so let's write shooting star in terms of the shape. This is how it should look like. with the real body either red or green, doesn't really matter. But as you can see, exactly what I told you earlier, ideally you should wait for confirmation after such a pattern. So wait for the next candle to close, and then if this is red, then you should be on the safe side, let's say. But as you can see, after this shooting star, a topish formation, then you had a strong real body green candle that basically denies the bearish pattern, and then the price just builds the energy on the days to come, only for making a new high. Not a shooting star here, not here, not here, not even here. Let's go on a different time frame. Let me clear the objects. Let's go even on the weekly chart. So on the weekly chart we are here, and now we are looking for an upward trend, for an uptrend, and no shooting star. This is a let's say a possible shooting star, but again waiting for possible shooting star, waiting for confirmation, and that confirmation actually never comes because this looks like actually a shooting star group. Shooting star, and you have here hesitation, so your confirmation does not come in the form of a new candle, a new red candle to the downside, but it is just a continuation pattern for the shooting star, and then all of a sudden you have a real green candle that denies the bearish pattern, and then you have the pattern being invalidated, so looking for new highs, and those new highs definitely came. Let's go back in time to see some more examples. Now this is a nice shooting star on the weekly chart with confirmation. So this is shooting star, and ideally, okay, didn't write that. Okay, so shooting star, and like I told you earlier, ideally you wait for the confirmation, and this is a confirmation. This candle here, this is a normal confirmation for the bearish pattern, as it is a red candle. So after this confirmation that you have, what I will do, this being on a weekly chart, what I would do, I would go on a smaller time frame, like time frames that can actually be traded, like 5-minute chart or 1-hour chart or even 4-hour chart, as a matter of fact, and look for any bounce to be sold and to establish short positions based on the shooting star, which is a bearish pattern, and the confirmation. Now this is the ideal situation that you should see when you have such a bearish pattern. Let's highlight here that you have the shooting star plus the confirmation, and normally this should be enough for initiating a short position based on the shorter time frames. Now let's try to imagine such a pattern with price rallying from the downside, and all of a sudden, okay, so price coming from the downside, and all of a sudden, apparently for no reason, a candle appears with a long shadow and this small real body. It means bears are trying to take control, or at least they are trying to test the market to the downside for a bit. And a powerful shooting star should normally be followed by a gap. So between the confirmation candle here and the shooting star, you should see a gap. Should be followed by a gap lower on the opening of the next candle, but this is not mandatory. Sometimes let's say this gap appears especially on the equity markets, but for the purpose of this analysis on the currency markets, it actually does not play any importance whatsoever. With this, I ended the stars chapter. We've had the morning star, the evening star, and now the shooting star. The morning star and evening star, the group of candles, and now the shooting star. And this is the end of the fourth, not of the fourth chapter, but of the subchapter dedicated to the shooting star. And I will still have one recording for the doji, the magic doji, according to the Japanese charting techniques. And under these dojis, we will see different types of dojis, like gravestone doji, like what it means, the indecision, and so on and so forth. Okay, so until next recording, stay safe in the markets.